Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we are going to talk about low persuasion power. Present or master shimasho. This is the 7th year of the Presentation Japan Series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, plus Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamimashou, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you to become a better speaker, to be 1. Clear, 2. Confident, 3. Persuasive, and 4. Highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcasts hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Touches in no Oshie show. Wednesday, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 319. And today we are talking about low persuasion power negatively impacts the team. Urgent. We need help. Is the type of text message you love as a training company. It means the why now part of the question has a train wreck answer that you can fix. In this case, and in many similar cases, it is not the big bosses getting difficult or disgruntled clients acting up. It is a grassroots rebellion against colleagues who are clueless when presenting. At a certain point, the lack of professionalism becomes a restraint on the forward momentum of the organization. The road is rocky, though, for the presenter. There may be resistance from guerrilla groups who feel threatened if others start to make progress, leaving them forlorn and exposed. I remember going on stage after one of my colleagues who had given his presentation to the entire firm. It was a dud, and he knew it. There was no excitement. His messaging fell on stony ground. I was an experienced speaker and presenter by that stage, and I knew how to rock an audience. I heard later that my persuasion-free zone colleague was telling anyone who would listen after my presentation that I was all style and no substance. It was a clever putdown, because it sort of sounds smart. This is the type of nonsense you may have to put up with from nobodies who are threatened by your professionalism. It is better to suffer this invective, though, than to stay hopeless and be just like them, a dud when it comes to persuasion power. The message I received from the client was a case of rebellion. With many retail operations, there are seasonal changes of the product lineup, and the marketing department have to infect the salespeople with passion for the brand's latest offerings. When the marketing department presentations are as dull as dishwater and are failing in the persuasion stakes, then sales suffer. The salespeople go on silent strike. They are not motivated to move sales because they don't believe in these selections. The marketing department presenters didn't engage their internal audience. They didn't use storytelling to fire up content for the salespeople to use with the buyer. They didn't persuade their listeners to trust their marketing expertise. Bosses have an uncanny ability to spot trouble early and realize that the next season's results are not going to make the targets because the enthusiasm for the seasonal selections isn't inspiring much confidence in those who have to move the merchandise. Hence, the panic message to come and fix this issue. Marketing departments, R&D centers, and middle management are the groups most often required to have persuasion power. When they are not trained, they are underpowered for the task. This has a flow-on effect, and the full potentiality of the organization's messaging capability isn't being maximized. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. Our show today starts, next course will be December 7th. It's our Dale Carnegie course. It's our flagship program, wonderful program. Leadership, communication, people skills, stress management, how to expand your comfort zone to take on more and become bigger, better, and get promoted, make your business grow. It's got it all. On the 16th of December, we'll be doing our successful public speaking program. This is a one-day course. Basically, how to structure, how to deliver the program. It's the basics. If you've never had any presentation training, this one-day program is a very good place to start. On the 20th of December, we'll have our Step Up to Leadership program. This is for new leaders or for people who've not been leading long and have never been trained. What is the difference now that you're a leader? What do you need to be doing? How do you need to be communicating with the team? How do you need to be coaching the team? How should you be getting performance outcomes through the team? This is what we cover. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. That's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching video, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. When presentation training is invested in, it has the immediate impact of fixing the problem at hand, but it has other effects as well. If we're all watching skilled presentations by our internal colleagues, it says a lot about the professionalism of the organization, boosts our esprit de corps, and builds our pride in ourselves to belong to such an organization. These skills spill outside the firm and show up when we meet clients and give them presentations which persuade and lead to increased sales. When we are representing the organization in a public setting, say an industry event, other groups note that we are doing a professional job, and then they extend kudos to the rest of the entire organization. If you see a dud, we assume everyone is a dud. If you see a star, we think they're all stars over there. Salespeople are like water. They are always looking for the path of least resistance. If the firm relies on them to sell a range of goods selected by someone else, then that internal presentation has to be professional and convincing. In the case of this client, we have known them for a number of years and could have done the training much earlier, but there was no appetite for it. Often the time and money combination conspire to stop bosses taking action until it is almost too late. This is the tension between the urgent and important time management quadrant and the not urgent but important quadrant. These types of fundamental skills are not urgent but important and need to be raised up the hierarchy of priorities for the firm in order to head off trouble before it can ever arise. Who wouldn't want to work in an organization where everyone was professional and persuasive when making their reports or recommendations? Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.